What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the garden.
Where we're having some garden chat with HisHerbs, and we're talking about of the some things that are going on right now, and we want to bring you some of our ideas on how to remedy them.
You have to have been hiding under a rock in your garden to not know what's going on with EBT and SNAP benefits right now. And not only EBT, the main focus, the main topic, I guess, in the news has been more of the SNAP EBT stuff online, on social media and stuff like that. But let's not forget that we have government employees that have not been getting paid also. We have people that's like they're just freaking what you call it, collateral damage, I guess you can call it, from this fallout from this
Like second longest shutdown
in history.
this American history.
Right. So it's not just the EBT people or the SNAP benefits people, but it's also those government employees. We just want to offer some suggestions as to what people can do in order to kind of put a band-aid on what's going on right now. Right. What we're offering, some things can be long-term solutions for some and maybe short-term solutions for others, but nonetheless is going to be some form of a solution.
Some short term and also long term or permanent solutions that can where you can be more, let me say, where you can be more self sufficient.
So we're going to go over a few things that we can do right now to kind of, like I said, to address the issue right now. And then we're going to talk about some things that's going to help us to not be in this situation in the future. All right, so keep in mind, like the sources that we're about to list isn't an exhaustive list, the end all be all of lists. However, is a good place to start. And sometimes when you get started, that's basically all you need, because then other opportunities may open up and come from those that you actually go. Like you could go to a certain place and they'll say, well, we don't do this or we don't have anymore. But if you look over here, and they'll point you in the right direction for something else. That's number one. And number two, I want you guys to keep in mind, if any of you guys are receiving benefits or you know someone that is receiving benefits, not only to pass this information along to them, but also keep in mind they're going to probably have it, because so many people are losing their benefits. They're probably going to have a priority list, and people like families with small children, people elderly with disabilities, they may come ahead of you if you don't meet those two criteria. There's people that get benefits that aren't disabled and they don't have children. They're trying to turn their lives around, and and you're doing a good thing, but you may not be high on their priority list to make sure that you get what you need. Some people may jump ahead of you. Don't be offended by that. Just understand that that's just the way that things are going right now, and we all gonna have to just wait our turn, right? With that being said, let's go. So the first place we can look is going to be churches. Churches, oftentimes they have people that are donating a lot of canned goods and non-perishable food items to them, and they give them out to the communities. A lot of these churches actually they're in partnership with like stores, grocery stores, and restaurants to get their leftovers, and they're able to take those and give them out to the community. And that's how sometimes they get the packaged meat, they get the bacon and the chicken and the ground beef and the turkey, or the deli meat and stuff like that, and the fresh produce. So always check with your local churches to make sure if they have anything that they can give to the community that can help you out in that situation.
There are food banks, and you can just look in your local. I don't know if you have to call 211.
You can
Probably call 211, and you can probably find a local food bank in your neighborhood. That way, you can address some of your needs for now. There's going to be a lot of people going to these food banks, so hopefully they have something. But like I said, we're just listing off some things that we thought of.
And it's not like these ideas are going to be revolutionary and
Right,
groundbreaking,
right,
like,
right, right.
you know what I'm saying. But hopefully it helps someone.
Right, if you haven't thought about this at all, then it's just information.
Absolutely. And please, if you're watching this video, please, if you have any more information about where people can go to get help, please put it in the comments so that people can see them and pass that information on to someone else and help somebody else. The next place that you can look actually is going to be Meals on Wheels. Now, Meals on Wheels is not something that's going to be available to everyone. You have to meet certain criteria to be eligible. Like you have to be, I think it's 60 plus years old and disabled. All right, so Meals on Wheels is more so for people who are too disabled to go shopping for themselves, so they get food delivered. But it's an option if you know someone that is disabled, that does meet the criteria. There's no need to panic. You can try Meals on Wheels and see what they have to offer.
There are a lot of restaurants also giving out meals discounted or even free to you if you hold an EBT or SNAP benefit card.
Here, where we are, we have a couple of restaurants that popped up on the list early that's doing exactly what Keisha said. For example, out here on the West Coast, it's called Carl's Jr. On the East Coast, it's Hardee's. Same thing, same star, same everything else, right? But um, but what they're actually doing is they're giving out $1 combos for, before you get excited now, $1 combos for people who can show proof of being a EBT recipient, a SNAP recipient, and you get a cheeseburger, a small fry, and a small drink, right? But that's for $1. For It's not free for $1. You know any other restaurants that's doing that?
Um, there's a list, and I believe Starbucks is on there.
That's
I
right.
don't
Yep.
remember exactly the list, but there's a list going around. Check for your local where you are locally because it could change. Like he said, we have Carl's Jr. here, and on the East Coast it will be Hardee's. So it's gonna be different according to where you are.
Absolutely. So Google it. I'm pretty sure it'll pop up.
So next up is going to be local farmers and gardeners. This is something that most of you guys may not think about, but there are a lot of us who are growing food right now, and you can just look up like local farmers and gardeners in your area. Go to Facebook Marketplace, team up with people because there's so many more people that are being more self-sufficient now and they're growing their own food, and you could just go there and maybe offer a little bit of work or an exchange, or they may just be willing to just give you some of their food because when you're growing food you have so much excess, like trees grow a lot of fruit. So you can more than likely, I'm sure there's people out there that have a big heart.
Mm.
Everybody's not stingy in this world, so you can find somebody that will more than likely help you out with some of their produce.
And lastly, we're going to talk about soup kitchens. I know some of us, like myself, I've eaten at a soup kitchen a time or two. All right, when I was younger, and it's actually a really good resource. And you don't have to be homeless to eat there. You don't have to be homeless, but because they serve the community, right? But I know they can have a bad rap or have a bad stigma around them, perhaps depending on TV and where you've heard of them from. But they're available to you if you need them to use them. Go ahead. I'm pretty sure right now they're anticipating an influx of
Nope,
people
don't do it.
coming in because they are losing their benefits. So you never know. You might end up seeing some people there because everybody that's losing their benefits are going to be trying to just get what they can from wherever it's going to be available. So definitely check out your soup kitchens.
Okay, so today I heard in the news that they are really trying to force the president to actually, you know, give out snaps. So you may be receiving your snap soon. Even if you receive it this month, like this puts something on the mind to be like, you know what, we shouldn't really sit around here and depend on, or our family, our children, depend on somebody else to give us food when the Most High created the seed. And a seed, you plant one seed, it's going to give you 1,000 more seeds in some cases. So really there is no need for anybody to go hungry. So it's a good time to we address more of the immediate needs. If you have to run out there and go to a food bank or whatever, obviously they're not going to be able to probably give
Everyone.
everyone every time, but it's just something that you can do right away. So a more long-term solution would be, we're a gardening channel and we grow food in the desert. So if we can do it, we believe anybody can do it. So it's a good idea to think about starting a garden. Like I say, you may get your snap here soon, but if it's half of what you normally get, I also suggest that you start on some homesteading, what do you call it, like techniques.
For those who can
For those who
manage it.
can, go ahead
Well,
and start prepping.
absolutely.
You can go to take your the half that they give you, go buy you 50-pound bags of rice, 25 to 50-pound bags of beans. You can go to Costco or these wholesale stores and get big bags of sugar and things like that. That way, it's going to last you a lot longer. You're going to have to be creative, but it's much better than standing in some long lines and you may not know if you're going to get anything, and you really can't depend on this world like that. But the Most High, we can depend on Him. He's in the scriptures. He said that He's already provided for us before we were born, and if He provided for the birds, then how much more us? So when I think about a seed, when you're a gardener and you see how many seeds come from you just planting one thing, it's impossible for anybody to really have to go hungry. So I definitely recommend you thinking about starting a garden, and really, because that's what God gave us. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness therein. So that's the ultimate. That's the supreme answer.
So now what Keisha's moving into is more of the what can we do to prevent this in the future, right? Because it's nothing that we can do about a lot of this stuff now except just try to find a solution for right now,
Mm-hmm.
and then just think about
Band-aid.
yeah, and think about how to not be in this situation or not allow ourselves to be put in this situation again, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's like do for self, suffer the consequence. And I am no way and no means, no, not at all am I trying to
Uh,
kick a man
no,
while they're down.
not at
No,
all.
that's not what we're saying at all.
This is for the next time.
This is for the next time, because
Because
if it
if it
happened
happens
once,
again, exactly.
because what they say, first time if they do it, if you fool me once, boo boo
Shame.
on you.
Yeah.
Fool me twice, shame on me,
Yeah.
right? So what we're just trying to do is help put people in the mindset to start thinking about this, like what if something like this or worse happens in the future? What can we do? So like she said, start a garden right now, start learning some homesteading techniques. And for me, I'm gonna say start teaming up with your family, with your community to start putting food back. If you are starting a garden, you see how many people can be affected. So we don't need to just be selfish and think about
Oh
growing
no.
for us.
Yeah.
Let's grow and shop
Grow for a
and,
community.
and, exactly and build
Replace
for a
the grocery
community,
stores.
right? As best that we can, right?
It's either you or them. It's either you or them. You know what I'm saying? In these type of situations, because if you don't have and they don't have it, they're not gonna. Look around us right now. What?
This cat is pouncing on rocks and almost knocked the camera down. but yeah, think about community. We really have to think community. And I know a lot of people like to think that the only EBT or SNAP recipients are people that are lazy and don't want to work. No, you have single mothers that are starting over, coming out of abusive relationships and trying to move on with their children. Not lazy, not
Military, veterans,
um
elders.
military.
Yeah, they said military people have.
Oh, I ain't know that.
They don't.
I ain't
Come
know
on now.
that.
It's not like they rich.
Yeah, but exactly. So you got single mothers that's trying to start over in life. They're not lazy and not wanting to do anything. They just need a little bit of help. You have vets. You have homeless vets. You have vets that they just needed some help coming out and making that transition. So they're on the
Yeah,
SNAP
it could
benefits.
be. It's used as a tool.
It's a tool.
Yeah.
We're not talking about like I'm not going to make this into a rant, but just understand that everybody that's on them aren't who you think they are.
And regardless of what you think, people need to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
Like,
mean, children
now is not the
need to
time.
eat.
Now is not the time to start pouncing on people, because this situation could turn very ugly
Very
for
fast.
a lot of people. Past the SNAP EBT, past that.
Absolutely. So we're trying to help you. We're trying to help as many people as we can. It definitely opened my eyes to things that could come down. Like we do a good job of planning for our own family, but not necessarily thinking about others outside of ourselves. Like friends, okay, cool. Friends know we always reach out to people and say, hey, if you need anything, hit us up, right? We don't have a lot, but we have. But in those moments, we may have more than they do.
Yes,
So
we can share and help somebody. We can share and help somebody.
absolutely. So let's just keep that in mind, y'all, because right now we need each other more than ever. It's definitely about community, and yeah. So it's from here forward, we just need to look out for each other. All right, y'all. So we appreciate y'all hanging with us while we go over these things that can help people with the SNAP benefits that are losing them. Pass this information along to other people. It may help them in the long run.
That's right. And just think about what our creator wants for all of us. He provided for all of us. So like we said before, there's no need for people to just sit on the sidelines and be a big me, a big I, and everybody else is a little you. So get out there, grow food for yourself, grow food for somebody else as well. And let's keep it going to where we're just teaching people, especially in our videos, how to grow food. That's what we do. What better place to be an influencer on than growing your own food? Self-sufficiency.
Right. So if you appreciate this content, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button on your way out. We'll see you guys in the next video. And here's another video to follow us on our garden journey. See you in the next one.
See you in the next one.